first time you fucked up on that though.
Yeah.
Every other time you thought it wasn't, but it was.
It's weird because the template, it should have been the same from last time. I don't think I've ever recorded off of track 3 before, but this is why we need a temporarily unpaid intern to pay attention to shit that I might have missed. Because I got everything else. I remembered the lights.
Yeah.
I remember those lights. I remember to turn the lamp on so it would be properly heated instead of just being a blob.
Yeah,
because I
that
turned
shit
it
be
on
looking
2 minutes
weird.
later.
Should be looking like a fetus in that motherfucker.
That's what the pro-lifers use for their propaganda.
Oh shit, that's funny. That shit be looking crazy.
Take 2.
Yes, take 2.
Hey, you know what? I was gonna get into it later, but I'll say it right now. I am proud of my brother here and myself because out of 62 episodes, we finally released our first mid episode.
That shit was mid like a motherfucker.
And usually after we finish recording, I'm like, I don't know about that episode. And then we go back, or I'll go back and I'm editing it, and I'm like, this shit was really good. I underestimated it. I had no feeling about this one because we had such a great one before.
Mm.
And we thought that magic would continue into the next one. It was mid, and it happens. Nobody's perfect. So we're back. We're going to circle back.
That shit was average as hell.
I'm like, would I listen to this again?
I listened to it. I was like, yeah, that's enough. I ain't. I was like, I wonder how y'all feeling. Like, oh yeah, that's enough. I was like, I'm cool on that one.
Hey, the sign of growth is admitting when you're wrong. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you're going to get this shit kicked off again?
Again. Let's get it motherfucking popping.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the crib. It's another beautiful Saturday, which it wasn't supposed to be. Another Thursday for you guys on what the weather's supposed to be. I hope you're all doing well. You're tuned into episode 63. I'm Rahmonn.
You see, I'm Darien. You see, you rushed through that shit like a motherfucker because like we did it already. like the first one was more relaxed. That one, he was like, all right, let's get to the point. Let's get past this introduction shit so we can get to it.
Speaking of introduction, we got another guest back in the crib this week, Jordan, aka Mr. Bartender. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
And before I forget, at some point, please text us all your information so it could be right there at the bottom so people know how to follow you.
Okay, gotcha.
Sir, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for being alive and to have this skill that I have that has taken me a lot of places and is going to continue to take me to a lot more places. I have a lot of big dreams, and it all is built off of my skills.
I'll ask you some more questions about that later, but I'll get sidetracked. Sir.
I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for seeing their growth and seeing how much better they are than me at certain things and just being a part of their life and the love that I get from them. It's a great feeling.
That's what's up. Can I ask you a random question? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
ADHD, undiagnosed. Is that a new tattoo on your left arm?
No, I just...
I've never seen that shit before.
Yeah, because most of my sleeve shirts be down here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I wasn't like checking you out or nothing. That just happened to put my eye. I am grateful for being able to be there for somebody. And what I mean is, we've talked about me being an empath before, and usually when somebody's dumping on you, it kind of brings you down.
That's your kink?
No, like absolutely not. I couldn't even change a diaper without vomiting. I don't dare somebody shit on me. Right into the toxic shit right away.
Jump right into it.
No, but these two separate women at two different times yesterday stopped to talk to me at work. They didn't need anything work related. And the one lady was telling me about a friend of hers who's a mail carrier who just got shot by these 15-year-olds. And she started crying with me. And I was able to help her do something. And then later that evening, I closed last night. It was another woman who talked to me for 45 minutes because Mike was complaining like, bro, you talked to her for 45 minutes. And she had lost her husband. And she was talking about how she was so angry at the system and how like she had to fight for them to pay for his care. And she had to fight for all this stuff. And then she spun it into, the Republicans don't care, et cetera, et cetera. And normally I'm getting drained, but I feel like they both felt better just from being able to, because she said, thank you for letting me vent.
Mhm.
And they both seemed to feel better afterward. And it made me feel good, where normally I would feel like, my God, now I'm depressed and miserable and angry.
Mhm.
And I'm still trying to work through the grieving process with losing my uncle too, because I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there
That
yet.
shit's awkward. I know what you mean, bro.
And I was like, wow, it made me feel good. So I'm grateful that I could be there for them in that capacity.
Right.
So
That's a good shit, bro.
this skill you have, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten to watch some of it. So tell people where they can get to see some of what you do.
So I'm on YouTube. Jordan, Mr. Bartender Roush. If you type up Jordan, Mr. Bartender, I'm the first thing that pops up. I also have Instagram. It's Mr. Bartenders_friends_lounge. I'm on Twitter. I can't even remember my Twitter tag at the moment.
We could put it there later.
I'm on. I got a Facebook page, Mr. Bartender's Friends Lounge. What else I got? I got a Snapchat, but I don't use Snapchat. It's hard to use Snapchat for like business purposes. Like personal, it's easy. Like you just post a picture but for business purposes, it's so hard to like.
I wouldn't even know what I would put on. I guess the same shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can post pictures and videos and stuff, but it's hard because it's like it's hard to get them to the YouTube. Like if you're trying to get them to the YouTube, it's hard to do that. The only way I found is I put my link to my link tree and then hope they click on it and click on the stuff. But it's like Snapchat, it's like I see those links all the time and I don't use them.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can I expect other people to use them? Like,
Right.
That's a
so. But yeah, I'm pretty much on all social media. Everything's Mr. Bartender Friends Lounge. Come March 25th, 2025, that will be a bar in existence, which is why I used the name.
Right.
When I got the LLC, it was just, I wanted to do just Mr. Bartender. But apparently somewhere in Delaware that's taken.
Okay.
And someone is paying for that name. I don't know what they're using it for. But when I did Mr. Bartender's Friends Lounge in Delaware, that one was available.
Okay.
So I was like, well, that's going to be the name of the first bar anyway. So might as well just take the name while I have it.
And when you blow up, you just buy that other person out of their name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I am Mr. Bartender.
Right.
How, like, is this a skill that peaked when you were like 5 years old or something? Like you started, like you said, let me mix this ecto cooler with the cherry, and you like.
To be honest, I was unaware of the skill until I was probably like 22.
Okay.
I got a job at Fridays, which is where I currently bartend on 13 in Newcastle, Delaware, if you want to come check me out. Wednesday to Saturday, pretty much. But I was working there as a host. In the first year I was there, I got like 3 or 4 promotions. I went from a host to a bar back, and then they made me service bar, and then they were like, oh, we want you to bartend. And I'm like, y'all know I don't like people. Like, I really don't.
Yeah.
You don't?
It's crazy because I say that, but then everyone that knows me says I don't see that.
Yeah.
That you don't like people. Like, I don't, the way you interact with your guests, the way you interact with people in public, like, I don't see that. So I don't know why you say that. But I've always said that I just don't like people.
I understand.
No, you really don't like fucking people.
I really don't fucking like no people. Nobody.
But they came to me one day and they was like, this is crazy. They called me in the office. Every manager's in the office.
Oh, shit.
And I kind of talked about this in my first YouTube video. Every manager's in office. So I'm like, what did I do?
You start taking your badge off.
Yeah, like, all right. And they were like, the bar manager, she was like, I want you to be a bartender. I'm like, what you mean, like service bar? That's what I'm already doing that. She was like, no, I want you to be like an actual bartender. And I was like, I don't like people. I don't think it's a good idea. And they were like, no, we think you'd be really good at it. Your drinks are good. And when I became service bar, like that's when I started learning that like what goes in a drink. I didn't know that I had the skill to make a good drink yet. I thought I just had the skill that I followed a recipe really well.
Okay.
So they were like, your drinks always taste good. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I know. But I mean, I'm thinking I just followed a recipe.
Right.
But I am like, in the back of my head, I have been noticing like, when you make this drink, okay, these kind of things go together and these kind of things go together. So it's like you start noticing trends in drinks of what mixes well. But I wasn't thinking about making my own drinks at the time. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like that those two things go together. And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, come on. So I started thinking at the time, I had a coworker and she was a bartender and we were cool. And I'm like, damn, she do walk out with at least $100 a day. At least $100 a day.
Yeah.
And that's a day where we sitting in a corner playing Uno
Oh,
most
shit.
of the shift.
Oh,
And she
shit.
still made $100.
Yeah.
So I'm like, money's talking. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Best decision I ever made. Fell in love with it.
Right.
I started playing with it. I started using the knowledge that I had that I thought was just a cool thing of that and that go together. So I started using that and like, okay, when you got dark liquors, you want to use a clear mixer. And when you got clear liquors, you use dark mixers. And I mean, you don't always have to, but like
Right.
those are like trends that you notice when you
Yeah.
make it. Ginger ale mixes well with almost every dark liquor you can think of. Like you just notice things like that.
Right.
Like so it's like I started playing with those ideas and I literally found out and discovered that I'm good at throwing something in a cup and it tastes good.
Right.
Okay.
Nice.
And it actually started something at the job where they'd be like, what's this? Everybody, favorite thing to do, make me something. Which I hate it, but I love it at the same time. Because it's like, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you like.
Right.
I don't know what your palate is when it comes to drinks. I don't know that. I'm just now meeting you.
Yeah.
And you want me to surprise you. Like, I don't understand how you think this is going to
Still
work.
paying for this shit after.
That's
Yeah.
facts. Like, no
So-
matter what, you still gotta pay for this shit.
I was like, all right. So then the only question I ever ask is, can you at least give me a liquor? Like, what liquor do you like? And then I just go from there. I give it to them. They taste it. Oh my God, this is so good. What is it? Some shit in a cup. And it's like, I literally like the first drink that I crafted myself, I called it something in a cup because I was trying not to, keep it PG a little bit. But
Yeah.
it started from that sentence. This is some shit in a cup.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just throw stuff in a cup and it was good. And it was like, wow, I really have a talent to like, you give me a set of ingredients and I'm like, it's like I'm a chef, but it's with drinks. Like,
Yeah.
it's like watching MasterChef and they got that box and it's like, you got to make something out of all this stuff in the box. And it's like, you could do that with liquor.
Yeah. Nah,
Put a
that's
liquor
fact.
and some mixers in there and I'm going to make something. And you're going to be like, wow, it's good. And honestly, the only people that ever complain about my drinks are people that want to taste the liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I tell them people, you wanted a shot.
Yeah.
Because what you want is, you want 12 ounces of liquor in a cup, a splash of soda, and you want to buy one and get drunk and not have to buy anything else.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Okay.
What I'm going to get you is, I'm going to make a drink. You going to drink 3 of them. You going to think it's juice. Then you're going to go to leave and you're like, okay, I'm feeling good. Like,
Yeah.
when you sitting, you don't know nothing. It's when you stand up, that's when you know a real
Yo,
good drink.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
Because when you stand up, you're like, oh, hold on, I stood up too quick. Let me sit down for a second, collect myself. Like, so yeah, it was 22 is when I first realized I had this skill, and it was somebody saw something in me that I didn't see in myself, and I've been running with it for 7 years now.
That's
7
dope.
years. That's good as shit.
Side business thing. I was thinking, wow, for merch. I don't know if you have any already. Some shit in the cup
Some shit
shirts
in
would
the
be
cup,
dope.
yeah,
You were
that's
thinking it
fire.
too?
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, I do have merch. I have shirts right now. I have like 5 logos, and it's so crazy because I have the original logo, which I cannot seem to access just because of the laptop it's on.
Okay.
And I didn't create it. Someone created it and then put it on there. So without that laptop, it's hard for me to get it off of there. But so I have 4 other ones, and my boy, SBC Lyricist, y'all actually had him on a previous. Yeah,
Friend
Dom.
of the show, for sure.
So he was like, when it comes to merch, you probably want like 5 logos. You give people options to pick what they want, and then you should have like a variety of things. Right now it's just shirts, but I want to get into like hoodies, biker shorts, sports bras.
Careful how you put your logo on shorts.
yeah.
Learned that the hard way.
Then I was thinking swim trunks, bikinis. I was thinking of fitteds and beanies. So there was a couple different things like I had in mind that I wanted to do. I just haven't branched out there yet because, money don't grow on trees.
Facts.
But
We'll give you a resource after the show.
the crazy part is that you say that, like, I had never thought about some shit in a cup as being the 5th logo, but like literally could be
Yeah.
the 5th logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I've been missing because that was like the first thing I said was, what is this? It's some shit in a cup.
Mhm.
So But yeah, I do have some merch.
That gotta be a drink too.
Yeah.
Just call it some shit in the cup.
Yeah. And like I said, the first one I called something in a cup, but it was basically, it was really for that, and it was, well, I think it was Bacardi Limon, strawberry puree, and cranberry juice.
Oh shit.
I put it in a cup, and to this day I got this girl that I went to high school with that comes to the bar. She's been coming to the bar for 7 years, and she gets it every single time she comes to the bar.
Damn.
And she gets like 3 or 4 of them, and that was like the first time someone was like, "Just make me some."
Yeah.
Because I just made it, and she was like, loved it. And then her friend used to get the Bacardi Limon, mango puree, and pineapple juice. So they used to come together, and that would be what their drinks was.
See, I'd have to do the mango because I'm allergic to strawberry.
Damn,
But
your
that shit
ass.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Everything. Apple, strawberry, fucking seafood. Like, nigga, god damn, you just walking death, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
That's crazy because you named all the things that I like. Strawberries is dope. Apples is dope. Seafood. Like, I'm a pescatarian. So, like,
Oh, right.
all I eat is seafood. Like,
Oh shit. And it's crazy. I know what all those taste like because I could eat them. And at 22, I just suddenly became allergic to those things.
see, and that's crazy too. I heard every 7 years, your body goes through a change. And sometimes when it goes through that change, you can become allergic to something that you previously were not.
I like to think of what changed in my life because something had to happen. It didn't just happen. 22 happens to be the year I started smoking. So maybe somebody said I was probably always not the most tolerable to them.
As soon as that
And
nicotine hit your system, your body
just-
said, "Oh, I can't have this shit."
Pick one, crab or smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. When I was like my dad, when he realized he was lactose, he was like, I was 30. And he was like, I was drinking milk. And he's like, it took like 3 weeks to figure it out when he realized he was lactose intolerant. And he was like, his stomach would hurt. And he literally, doctors couldn't figure it out. So they said, for a whole week, write down everything you eat and drink. And then when you have a stomach issue. And they was like, yep, it's dairy.
Oh shit.
But it was 30, he found that out. I'm like, dang,
God
30
damn.
years. Like,
Yeah.
and now it's like, nope, no more. Unless you're going to take this pill.
Yeah. And some people it don't work for.
Yeah,
Like I don't think I'm lactose intolerant, but if I eat like ice cream, I can't control myself when I do have ice cream. And then I know I don't have the pain so much, but the end result of eating the ice cream.
Well, see, they say that too. They say sometimes certain ones affect you worse.
Okay.
Like for him, cheese really affects him real bad. He could tolerate milk, but he just chooses to use the lactate milk just cause.
Right.
But cheese is the one that really gets
It
him.
doesn't spoil as fast either.
True.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Did you guys see that YouTuber that he flew his plane and then jumped out of the motherfucker with nobody else in the plane and the plane crashed?
No.
No.
You ain't see that shit? Yeah. So of course he's being sued because the plane crashed in some random fucking town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine we'd all agree that was dumb as fuck.
Yes.
What I wanted to ask you, as all of us being content creators, like, what's your limit? Like, what's the craziest thing you'll do on your platform, but won't go any further?
Robbing it. I robbed somebody. I was like, nah. I'm joking.
You guys say we have a new guest and shit. He's loading his shit up on the side just in case.
I don't know. I ain't gonna do no shit like that.
Would you
The
do an
fuck?
episode with a stripper?
With a stripper?
Yeah, sitting on your lap.
Fuck no.
Okay.
You-
See, I
you
I
listen-
think I knew your limit.
Now that just sounds like you're wishing me to die.
No, I don't. I would die too because I'm sitting here with you.
Exactly.
I would be like,
you like your life?
I'd be like, T, I was in Portland, Oregon. I don't know what this nigga decided. I didn't even know he knew how to use Pro Tools.
I would never.
I wasn't even in the state.
Fuck you. Hell
No, so that's what I mean. You have a limit. What do you think your limit?
I
would be?
mean, I don't know. I feel like there's two things that I'd have to consider. One, I know for a fact nobody can get hurt during the filming of this video.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that for a fact. If like that plane thing, like I don't know if somebody gonna get hurt
Right.
Yeah.
when the plane goes down. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
But the other thing is kind of like what you said, like no to the stripper. I feel like my woman would have to be okay with what I'm doing
Right.
Mhm.
because at the same time, like yeah, it's representing me, but it's representing her
Representing
at the
her
same time.
Same time.
So I have to take that in consideration, which before I might not have took into consideration, and I might have done some wild stuff.
Yeah.
But now that I'm with her, it's like, babe, you okay?
Yep.
Did I do this?
All right, if I do this,
Because
like,
if you say no,
it's
I will
over.
come up with a whole nother idea.
Right,
Like it's
yep.
cool. I don't have to do this. But yeah, I feel like no one can get hurt. and my woman gotta be okay with it.
Yep. That's part of her image too.
Yeah.
I don't know
Part
what
of
my
her
limit
image.
is.
Huh? You don't know what your limit is?
I don't know what my limit is.
I think you do
I
some
mean,
wild shit.
I think I agree. I think I agree with you guys. Nobody could get hurt.
You should have been around during that do it for the Vine shit. Your ass. Your ass.
I don't think.
Matter of fact, you need to stay off TikTok because there's some challenges on there that I don't need you to get involved in.
Yeah, guys, I've moved into the modern age. I got a TikTok account,
My man got a TikTok account.
but I don't stay on it. I'm surprised that
That's
I
good.
don't. Yeah,
But that's because you ain't getting that rabbit hole yet.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse.
Soon as you take a step into that motherfucker, you just gonna be.
It was weird getting used to. Like, how do you post a video to this shit? All right. Oh, the captions don't do the captions like Instagram does with the big word and then it turns into small words. I'm like, all right, this works. But just already I'm learning it. Like the videos where I'm talking, like sometimes they're extra. I'll be talking about music, right? It's my music page.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll say, oh, I'm gonna use this somewhere else. And those get a lot of burn. Not my music as much as I thought. I don't know how to take that personal. I don't know. I can take it personal one of two ways. Like they don't like my music or they really like my fucking wisdom.
Yeah, it's not my music as much. You look so hurt when you said it though.
No, it's just interesting how shit works and what interests people.
Mm-hmm.
The one video where I was talking about I don't even fucking remember. I was talking about like going after your dreams. And I cut it up from this and I posted it there. And that had like 780 views. And then a beat that I was making had like 80 views.
Mm.
Now, what I also noticed is those other videos are short because I made them particularly for short content. And the other ones are like 2 minutes, so I can see why they're probably not long. But maybe need to talk on it because it seems when something has captions on it, people seem to keep watching it for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't think I use captions like that.
Would you get a tattoo on camera?
Tattoo on camera? Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I mean, I got a tattoo in my living room, so I don't see why I wouldn't just put the camera on when I did it.
Okay.
I got one in one.
I thought of a crazy one, and I know you're gonna say fuck no. And I don't know why I thought of this. You know what? I be brushing my teeth and taking a shower. My brain is like, oh, let's cook some shit up. And I was like, I've been trying to get. You ever had a pedicure?
Have I had one? No.
Oh my God, both of y'all. You gotta treat yourself. It is the highest level of self-care you can treat yourself to. Is go get a fucking pedicure.
I know. You told me a couple times. When I'm comfortable enough, I will.
So I had this thought that what if we got permission from a place to film an episode while we got pedicures? And that's what made me ask the question, like, what would you not do on camera? And the camera don't have to be focused on your feet.
Pedicure? You want to see if I said a pedicure?
No, I was just curious. Would you do it? I don't know. I don't have a venue, so you don't have to worry. It's not like a...
Nigga, we getting paid for advertisement, motherfucker? Some guy be coming from it for me.
Would you do it?
I mean, it doesn't break any one of my two rules, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure.
You should, aside from doing it on camera, you should do it for yourself. Even if you feel uncomfortable, go with your girl one time. It is a great. I wish I had went with my mother asked me years and years ago, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's gay because that's how we thought back in the 80s and 90s. That's gay as hell. I'm not doing that. I wish I had been getting pedicures all this time all my life. So would you do it if I could find a way to make it happen?
If you can find, I may. It depends. It depends on how I feel when you ask me. You know, right now I'm not too comfortable with it, but I don't know. Maybe I've been thinking about it, but I'm still not. I just don't really care for it.
Fair enough. How do you feel about recycled nudes?
Recycled news?
Right. So let's say you're dating a girl. Right. I apologize to your woman and yours. Let's say you're dating a girl and she sends you a nude and you're pretty certain that it wasn't recently taken.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was in her camera roll.
Mm-hmm.
So she must have sent that to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I don't want that. I don't want no old ass nude. Don't give me no past nude. I want a current.
Yeah, I don't think I want an old one. Because I feel like I am the type to be like, well, who'd you send this to?
Yeah.
Because you took it before we met.
Exactly. Like
that's how my brain was thinking.
Like
who else saw this?
Yeah.
Who was this for? I want an original pose.
I want one that's personal for me, motherfucker. Don't send me the team nude. The fuck.
But what if they hit you with this argument? Because I've had a girl say to me like, have you ever used that line for somebody else, or like it was an anniversary and what do you play when you're trying to make it special? Tony anniversary, right? Have you ever played this for somebody else? Well, yeah, it's called Anniversary.
Mm.
Like, well, I want a different song for somebody else. Well, they didn't make another one. And so me and my dumb logic would be like, well, let me ask you a question. When you apply for a job in the same field, do you give them a different resume than you gave the previous employer? And the answer is no. Y'all both looking at me like I'm fucking nuts.
Nigga, that is not the same thing,
It
bro.
is not the same thing. I mean, I get what you're saying.
I understand the logic of what you're trying to say, but no, it's not the same thing.
Okay, no, I'm not saying that I agree at this point in time. But at one point in time, I would agree. Do you have really cool pickup lines that you've heard or made from what you've been doing for the last 7 years?
Really cool ones? No, I just hear the same old generic ones. And honestly, the things that I've seen work the most aren't even like I don't feel like there was a pickup line involved.
Okay.
Most of the time, it's just sitting next to the girl and finding something to start a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's not like really a pick. I mean, I guess that technically is a pickup line, but I feel like that pickup line is going to be unique to every female that you sit next to because you're going to have to find something about them to say.
Right. In reality. You know one of my favorites? And it's corny, but it used to work. I don't have a phone. So I would take my phone and I'd sit next to him and I'd say, put your number in there before I want it no more. And it would elicit a laugh.
Mm-hmm.
You approaching this bitch like Ike Turner or some shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, you mad aggressive. Like, that sound like you one of them New York niggas. Like.
But that's almost like the one where you be looking at their phone and be like, that's a really nice phone. I've heard a lot about them phones. I heard they really good. I just feel like your phone is missing something. And they be like, what is it missing? My number.
See, but I feel like that's foreshadowed. Like you knew that was coming. Like mine, you don't.
Nah,
I mean, you don't.
knew it was coming because right now we talking about it, but you would have known that shit was coming.
If somebody started to say that to me, I would absolutely know that was coming.
How would you know that was coming, Rahmonn?
Because you know the same reason that I could miss a show and watch the recap and it feels it is the same thing.
Why the fuck do you always have these analogies with comparing two things that are nowhere near the fucking same? TV shows and pickup lines, they got shit to do with each other.
But the fact that I can use context clues, that's how it's the same. I use context clues very well to put shit together. You wouldn't see that coming?
No, I wouldn't have seen that coming.
Unless the girl worked for a fucking AT&T or Verizon, why the fuck would she be talking about how good your phone is?
She might like phones. You don't fucking know, nigga. You don't know. She probably love phones. She probably like, oh, I want the 13, but I can't afford it. You
But also, also,
move along.
Can we not forget the fact that it's men that do more pickup lines than females?
That is true.
So that might be a male-related pickup line. Not saying they don't.
Yeah.
Women do it.
Yeah.
And
What good ones have you heard women use? Because clearly I haven't.
Well, I don't know because I feel like I've never seen the woman. Like I know that they're out there, but it's like I feel like I don't even know if they really have to use a pickup line because it's a female. Like you don't really have to say a lot. I have your attention just because you walked up and sat next to me when you could have sat somewhere else.
Yeah.
But you chose to sit next to me, so it's like I feel like that's the pickup line. The fact that I chose this seat next to you.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's females.
Yeah.
Do they have to do a lot?
Not really.
Typically not.
No. As soon as most guys feel a female is trying to talk to them, they are trying their best to get into it. Like they're not, they are not wasting no time.
Did you have any? What was Kaz's smooth lines before he met his wife?
Kaz
excuse me.
Kaz because of how it's spelled. Well, your proper ass.
That's like when Nick told me, he's like, I could tell you your age because you text like an old person. Because I use punctuation and commas and shit.
Yeah, I don't use none of that shit like that.
So what was
maybe commas?
What was your go-to?
I never really had pickup lines. I wasn't a pickup.
I was like, come here, bitch.
Nah, a lot of my relationships, I was approached most of the time.
Oh, excuse me.
But I ain't like, and if it was somebody I like, we genuinely liked each other, and we just ended up going out somehow. literally somehow. Like some of them I
Oh,
just
I was
didn't
going to
know.
ask you the story, but I know how you and your wife got together because she told the story here.
Oh yeah, yep.
Did you have a go-to?
A go to? No. Because I was always shy. Like I was like, I guess I didn't want to get rejected, so I didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just not say anything. So, but being a bartender, like it's also easier for me
Okay.
because women are gonna flirt with me because they want strong drink
You
Mm-hmm.
or they want a free drink. Not necessarily
Mhm.
strong. They just want something for free.
like Bill Cosby strong or
Definitely not Bill Cosby strong. Definitely not.
Okay.
But they either want a stronger drink or they want a free drink.
Mhm.
So then they'll just start flirting with me.
Okay.
So, and I just be like, oh, okay, I know what you want. You want a free drink?
Maybe they want you.
Maybe, but
Said the last one tried the same shit. Here's your check, bitch.
I've heard that one before.
Oh shit.
My fault. What's another question, Rahmonn?
I can't see the board. Oh, speaking of pictures, I don't know if you saw this shit. So there's an article going around, and I be wondering if these shits is real, right? Like, I don't know where the fuck you go to validate information anymore because there's so much bullshit out in the world. But apparently, this woman found a picture of another woman in her husband's phone, and so she stabbed dude. Turns out, it was a picture of her when she was younger and thinner.
What the fuck?
First thing I'm doing is you signing these divorce papers. And
Yup.
I don't want to hear no argument because you
Facts, like-
stabbed me over a picture of you.
Of a you don't even know it's you. Like that's the bad part. Like it's a picture of you. Like you gotta go. Like it's over. Like ain't no.
But there was no conversation. She just saw the picture and stabbed. Like, I don't know the
Like you ain't even
details.
ask questions. You was like, "Who's this bitch?" I'd have been proud to make you look stupid, but no, it's over. You just fucking stabbed me. Like
You would
how?
have been great on Maury back in the day.
Who me?
You. Did you know how the dudes would be celebrating after they wasn't the father?
Mhm.
I can imagine you would wild the fuck out.
Oh yeah, if I was the father, I'm wild no. Especially if you put me through some shit. Yeah.
The best was this dude and his boy did the kid and play dance after he was found not to be the father. Question for you. I usually ask people when I first meet them, if you were stuck on an island for 6 months and you could only have one artist catalog, who would it be?
One artist catalog,
Mhm.
Biggie.
Big. Wow. Okay. It's not a very lengthy catalog.
Thank you.
6 months is a long time to listen to Ready to Die.
But I get his posthumous albums too.
The same lyrics recycled over and over again.
Listen,
Like, I'm not hating Biggie's. And
he also has a remix album where other artists jumped on and put.
the Biggie duets. album.
Yeah. So
Yeah. There's some
I'm
of
just
those are
saying.
dope. But 6 months? I guess I could listen to Biggie for 6 months.
Yeah.
I was having this argument with Jen, actually. So I was asking Jen, I'm from New Jersey. I was asking Jen who she thought was the best MC out of New Jersey, right? And just some notable ones. You got Fetty, Joe Button, Tretch from Naughty by Nature, Redman, and Lauryn Hill.
Thank
And
you,
some
because I had
others.
no idea who was from New Jersey.
Yeah.
No offense.
No, none taken.
I only
Small
knew
state.
about Redman.
And so she said Lauryn Hill, and I'm like, could you? Again, not denying the greatness of the 2 albums she was on. Could you really say that she is the best lyricist from New Jersey based off one body of work?
Nah.
Now, Jen's going to be really mad at you when she sees this.
Hey, it is what it
'Cause
is.
she got really defensive with me in the text message.
God damn.
Because I said the same
She
thing.
gonna message
And
the
people would
Warner
argue that with
Clear
Biggie, like,
podcast page.
could he have continued to do that over time?
Mm-hmm.
I've even heard the argument that if Biggie didn't die, there'd be no Jay-Z. I don't know how much I believe that.
It's hard to say that because Jay-Z was around when Biggie was around, but he was more of behind the scenes at that time.
Right.
That one I don't think you'll ever know the answer to that because the death of Biggie could have brought him out the shadows, or he could have always wanted to come out the shadows eventually anyway.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you never know.
I tend to side with what you say. Like your path is your path and your destiny is your destiny. And
I mean, I agree with that
Jay-Z
too.
would have still been who
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
But I've even heard the argument: would Beyonce be Beyonce if Aaliyah hadn't have died?
I think there'd probably be two Beyoncés. I think.
Yeah.
Because I'm
I
not
think
saying
I feel like it would have ended up being a war.
Yeah.
It would have been the Beyonce Aaliyah war.
Yep.
yeah,
Like who side? Who do you pick? Like the Biggie Tupac. Like who do you pick?
Yep.
yeah, Biggie.
I mean, I pick Biggie too. Tupac, he's definitely like my second.
Okay,
Like Biggie's my top rapper. Tupac's my second, and Eminem's my third. Like that's my top three.
Right.
see, I don't. Sorry, we're probably gonna lose a subscriber over my next statement, but I don't think Pac was as good as everybody says he was. I think he was versatile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
You have a bias, a New York bias.
He lived in New York.
Just because he lived there doesn't mean like he was repping fucking California and he had their type of
At
flows.
the end because he signed with Death Row.
Yeah, but nigga, even
He lived
Most
in New
of
York.
his-
He went to school in Baltimore, right?
most of
So
his known shit is from when he was where.
it depends on who you ask. Because
If
even
you ask
me,
a New York nigga, he gonna say New York.
no, it depends on when you ask. Because there's people that I know that paid attention to, like, Strictly, the Strictly album and whatever the other early. See, I can't even think of the names of them.
Mm-hmm.
I started paying attention when they had the beef. Like when Hit 'Em Up came out, it made me start listening, and I listened to the Machiavelli album and the what's another album that
That's
came out
when that
before.
shit took the fuck off.
Yeah, but it took that beef for me to pay more attention to him, and then I
Mhm.
went back and listened to his older catalog.
Mm.
I think he was good. I don't think he's the top. I think he's given the top because he passed away so young.
Well, I
You
don't
ever
know.
think about that? He was only 4 years younger than you guys when he died.
Mhm.
Mhm.
5 years.
Yep,
That's crazy.
that shit's wild.
I think his path was meant for something bigger than music. I think.
It was,
Mm.
and it was cut short.
Yep,
Which is, I mean, his path was why it was cut short,
Yeah.
yep.
in my opinion. But
I think
Yep.
he would have ended up being like a Malcolm X.
He definitely would have. He had everybody inspired and had everybody willing to actually put in the work because he was an activist, but also showed this other side, and
Yeah.
he told everybody why he shows this side. Like, he definitely had a much bigger path, bro.
But to answer the question, I would say Redman or Tretch from Naughty by
Redman,
Nature.
Tretch. I'd have said Redman.
I don't know if I can say Redman. I feel like the only two I'm familiar with is Joe Budden, in my opinion, only having one really good song. Two. No, you know what? I'll be nice. I'm gonna give him two.
Okay.
And then Lauryn Hill, like, I feel like I know a lot about Lauryn Hill, but I feel like Redman, like, I know he was part of a group, but I feel like I was never really into their.
He started by himself first.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he started by himself first, and then him and Meth clicked when they did a song with Wu-Tang. I mean, Redman's part of that Def Squad clique. That's Eric Sermon, EPMD. Keith Murray was part of that group. K Solo, his cousin. If you don't listen to any other album, my opinion, go listen to Muddy Waters.
Okay.
Yeah. There is a Dark Side, is a good album too. But Muddy Waters, that's probably my favorite Redman album that I listen to over and over again with very little, if any. The only time I'll skip is if I'm on a shorter drive and I just want to hear a particular song before I get where I'm going. But normally I listen to Muddy Waters all the way through. So, and then he got more popular when him and Meth started writing together and doing songs together.
Yeah, I feel like that's most of what I know about his career. And I just never really listened to their music.
Right. It makes sense when you look at your age based on when that music came out. I'm not asking her, but I forget when Muddy Waters. And he's been announcing a Muddy Waters 2, which how do you feel when people have a classic album and they create a 2 of it?
I feel like I need to know your motivation.
Okay.
Because please don't tell me you just making it because you need some money.
Like a cash grab.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
But if you really, like, if you've been sitting back writing something and you feel like what you've been writing relates to that catalog and you want to title it the sequel, I'm okay with that.
What about you?
I kind of agree with him. Like as long as it's not like just a, because you can kind of tell when it's a money grab because it's almost a damn near repeat album. It's not
Okay.
like a, if it's like an add on, like that's dope. But like I don't like
'Cause, yeah, I feel
screaming
like you
for
should do
cycling.
a deluxe, if anything. Do a
Yeah,
deluxe album where you just released a couple new extra songs and just put the
exactly.
Muddy Waters back out.
Well, I'm thinking of like people who. Well, first off, if it's like I remember when Only Built for Cuban Links 2 came out. Like of the Wu-Tang members, Raekwon's probably my favorite. And I remember having to buy Only Built for Cuban Links 3 times because I'm the person that if I find something new, I love sharing new music with people and I love people sharing new music with me, right?
Hmm.
So I couldn't just tell you that I couldn't just send you the link for it back then. So I said, here, borrow my tape, right? Because that's the kind of guy I am. And you never give my tape back. So then I buy it again. And I don't learn my lesson, right? I lend you the tape. And he's like, oh, this shit is dope, and you keep it. So like that was one of my favorite albums when it came out. And I wish I still had the purple tape, like because it was purple. When it came out with 2, you have this high expectation already. I almost think you set yourself up.
Hmm.
Like your shit has to be on point because your
Yeah.
fans are looking to relive that feeling that they got from that particular body of work. Because who's done it? You got a Muddy Waters 2. Mary J. Blige did a My Life 2. My Life is probably, to me, one of her best bodies of work. And so you have this expectation that I don't. And they weren't bad projects, but they.
I say Eminem did it too with Marshall Mathers, the LP.
Oh, he did. That's right.
He got 1 and 2. He kind of did it with Music to Be Murdered By because he had side A and side B.
See, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. He came out with side A first, and then maybe like 3 years later, he came out with side B. So he didn't give it much time to marinate, which might have been the plan all along. But
Yeah.
not saying that that's like a classic like some of the other ones, but I do feel
No,
like.
Marshall Mathers LP is a classic.
Well, that one is a classic, but I meant Music to Be Murdered By. I don't know if we can call that one a classic. I feel like it was great music, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it was like the Eminem we always wish we wanted if he would just leave Kim alone.
Are you tired of him rapping every word in the dictionary?
No, because I feel like that shows his versatility.
Yep.
But do you think Eminem at this point in his career has to do that?
Does he have to? No, but I don't think he knows any other way.
Yeah.
Because I was going back and I'm like, why don't I like listening to new or Eminem? And that Music to Murder By, whatever the first track is, that beat it stays in it lives in my fucking head rent free. Like I love that. Whoever, I gotta look up who produced that, but I can think of it. And I can't think of his words most necessarily. And I can't think of anything else that's on that album. I don't think I've replayed it really. And when I like something, he'll tell you I will listen or watch it
Keep
over
that
and
bitch on
over and
cycle.
over again. Like Conway's album, I can't tell you how many times I've listened to it. But I went back and I'm like, oh, he didn't always rap this fast every single song.
Mm-mm.
He used to just rap.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. And even he says in one of the songs on one of those newer projects, like, they want me to use this choppy flow. I'm so sick of it or something. He says, I don't know the exact bar. And I just wish he would rap like that again. I miss that.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, this nigga nice. He nice
I'm
as
not
shit.
saying he's not.
Mhm.
Him
Nah,
as an MC is definitely in my top 10.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Undeniable talent.
Yeah, nah, you can't deny that. He
But-
was nasty with it.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite recent out tracks is he's on the Compton album,
Mhm.
Medicine Man.
Mhm.
When he spits that shit through and he even says that I did it in one take or whatever.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones. And I think the one with Lil Wayne I like a lot too. And that's not really recent anymore. But
Nah,
anyway.
that shit was fire.
I can't see anything else on the board. I should have wrote it bigger.
Does that say hotel manager?
Yes. Oh. It does. Thank you. See, I just need the keywords. Context clues. Another social media story. Woman wakes up to the hotel manager sucking on her toes.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with people?
I don't know. It seemed like there was a lot of what the fuck is wrong with people as I scrolled social media this week.
Motherfuckers is crazy. Like, first of all, why are you sucking toes? Like,
I mean, they must have been some pretty ass toes that he was willing to risk it all job,
Like, but then that makes you
freedom.
think, does this man just go into random rooms looking for toes to suck? Like, what if you were in a fucking hotel and you wake up and a nigga sucking your toes? like,
I was gonna ask you that. You beat me to
like
it.
you go, like, how you gonna feel about that? Like, I'll be mad as shit.
I don't know, Jordan. What would you do if you woke up in the middle of the night, some nigga sucking your toes?
He wouldn't have to worry about risking his job because he just risked his life.
Like, that's a fact. Mm-mm.
What if it was a female hotel manager?
She still
No.
Like, why is you?
The same reason I don't want you sucking my toes is probably the same reason I don't go get a pedicure. I just don't feel comfortable showing people my feet.
She's sucking it through the white socks and shit.
Oh, that's a fact though. Like, no.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna be like, that's cool. I like that. Fucking
I don't know. I would have to look at a woman retarded. Oh, you're not supposed to say that word. Sorry. Crazy. If she was sucking my feet. Like, you ever seen Fred Flintstone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got going on down there. So like, I'm judging your life choices as a whole, just because based on this choice. But that's crazy. Like, I always.
I be fucked up. They don't lose their job, and you go to check out. That motherfucker standing there. You go to check out. You gotta check out with this motherfucker.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Like, well, you know, it's several offenses first. I wonder what kind of star hotel this was too.
He gonna tell him, yeah, your room is complimentary for the night.
Like if this was like a Red Roof Inn, like, all right, I kind of expect that level of service. Like,
I don't expect this no hotel. Fuck is you talking about?
you'll when you're driving down the road, you'll just stop anywhere.
No, I won't stop anywhere, but I wouldn't expect that at anywhere that I would stop. Like no matter where. Like Red Roof Inn, Motel 6. I don't want to expect that.
Yeah, I
Hollywood.
feel like after that guy, what was that? It was a movie called Voyeur, and the guy, he literally bought a hotel and then did work to the hotel so that he could crawl through the ceiling and watch them through the vents. There's a whole movie about it.
Oh
Dude,
shit.
Yeah, but I feel like and it was really happened. It was like in the 80s, I think.
Oh, Sliver must have been a fucking rework of that.
So it was like,
Except he had cameras, but
yeah, no, this guy literally made the attic big enough for him to like
Crawl over.
comfortably through each room and look into the rooms, and the vents were all on the ceiling because of that.
Oh shit.
And eventually he got caught. But I feel like after that, like, why would you even risk it? Like, I feel like I shouldn't be able to be afraid.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe because of that, it's like, it makes you realize how many weirdos are really in the world.
it's a lot.
and their effort though.
Niggas out here sucking toes, random toes.
The effort, though,
Like, it was almost genius. It was like, I bought a hotel. You pay me
nah, yeah.
for me to watch you. I get to
Yeah.
watch you, which is what I like to do, but you paid me to do it.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a genius creep. That's what happened when you got smart creeps. Like,
Yes.
that's smart as shit, but that's creepy.
Because I'm sitting here admiring the drive.
Yeah.
Like the drive to spend the money on a hotel,
Mhm.
spend the money for the
Renovations.
construction and the renovations, to seek out something you're passionate about. I think we're missing the lesson here.
As long as it doesn't send me to jail,
Exactly.
follow your
Don't get
dreams.
caught. Yeah, follow your dreams. No.
As long as your dream don't put me behind bars. It's all for
Yikes.
you. Like, what the fuck?
You ever been at like a saucy hotel and you wonder like, what if this ends up on Pornhub?
I don't really think about that, man. I don't.
All that time you spend in OC too?
I don't really think about. I mean,
I would
shit.
never, but you might want to Google your name when you
Shit.
get home.
I Google it, motherfucker. I'm gonna make them pay me. Fuck that, motherfucker. Somebody got money from this. It wasn't me. It's my content.
He's like, you see that? That's a $10,000 stroke right there.
Nah, that's a fact. Fuck that. Mm-mm.
I need my royalties.
Fact.
Would you do it? Is there any amount of money you do porn for? I think I've asked you that several times.
I don't know if I said no, but I probably would. I would.
Would you?
My wife gotta be down with me though.
Yeah, I
We can
feel
make
like
some amazing content. I'm just saying.
I guess if my woman wanted to do it, and I feel like knowing her, it'd have to be a no face, no trace situation.
Yeah.
I can't say I wouldn't do it.
Okay. I've always
That's
wondered,
definitely
what would
one
that
where
like be to be your job and shit? Like you punch in, like how's your day start?
Yeah. My day started with my dick out. That's like I said, yeah, my day start with a Viagra. What you talking about?
Like I could write some dope ass fucking porn scripts.
I wonder if people really worry about why do y'all worry about the porn script?
See, I'm
That means
weird.
that
I
means
like
you're
the fucking
getting-
exposition.
That means you're
First
getting
off,
too
that's
much
not
into
weird.
it.
I want a fucking story.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting too much.
It's a
into
fucking
it.
fantasy.
Exactly. Why are you?
I don't just want to click a video and they already fucking out. How do we get
Look,
here? Why
Thank
did you
you.
want to
How did you get here? Yes.
Thank you.
If I'm watching porn, I'm just trying to bust a nut and go to sleep. There's nothing in between. I don't care about this bitch's day, the pizza this nigga delivering, the package he got for. Just get the fuck in and go the fuck out. Like that's all I care about. I don't care about your story.
Nah, see, compilations don't do it for me because I need to understand what is going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Why did she choose you? Why
Are you the plumber? Like why did she call you here?
And it's crazy. You said the plumber, and instantly a video came to mind.
This nigga.
Yeah, I definitely need to know how we got here.
We
But
don't
it's
be
based
knowing
off the
time.
title. It's based off like whatever the See, I got a cheat code. Don't tell them I do this. I don't need suing me. But you can go on without paying and you can scroll through their videos. And then you can even watch a trailer of the video. Well, I do that to find out the name of the video. And then I Google the name of the video and find it on a free site. Because they release 2 videos a day. And then you give it what? Sometimes the same day, but normally a day or 2 after that video is released. It's on a free site somewhere.
Right.
Do you need any new friends? I like this guy.
He said, I need all the cheat codes.
Yeah, so that's what I do. And I you can do it with all of them.
Right.
Bangbros.com, realitykings.com. Like they all do it.
Oh shit! Did we talk about this last week? Speaking of Bang Bros, that was circulating now. And who the fuck is the rapper? Freddie Gibbs. Did you see the shit that Freddie Gibbs' girl is pregnant, and she was just featured in a Bang Bus episode while pregnant? I know this is probably like a week old for you guys or 2 weeks, but so I get it. Maybe you're dating a porn star. She's gonna get railed on camera, but now you're getting railed on camera.
Oh, you got my baby.
With my baby inside you.
Damn, baby not even born done seen multiple dicks. Like that's
on the Bang
crazy.
Bus.
But hold on, because that's hard to do because aren't you supposed to take don't they take Plan Bs afterwards? So they don't get pregnant?
I'm not that familiar with the industry as you would think I would be. Do they really?
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out because I know they they have to get tested regularly
Yeah.
to make sure they don't have anything, especially if they're doing a lot of like no condom scenes, which is like all scenes nowadays.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's got to be some way to not get pregnant. But I guess you can't take that many Plan Bs
I mean, you
unless
can't
they're
get
on.
pregnant if you're already pregnant.
Well, that's true, but I guess that's true.
She was pregnant by Freddie Gibbs.
Like she's showing in the they just showed like the intro scene where she's sitting there. She's clearly fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
Or ate a really big fucking meal.
Well, that's a category in and of itself. Not my category.
Okay.
But pregnant women
Yeah.
is a category.
It's some wild category.
It is some wild categories there. Nah,
we not.
I'm not ready to talk about that on camera. I'm
Motherfuckers
glad.
had to think about that shit for a second. Nah, we not going that far with it, motherfuckers.
Sorry, guys. Maybe one day we get enough audience, we get a Patreon. That would have been a Patreon fucking story. But I'll tell you on camera, this shit is fucking. It was funny and traumatizing at the same time.
Oh shit!
But
stay tuned for another episode of Rahmonn's Trauma.
It's where my curiosity fucking landed me. Anyway, I think we're gonna go ahead and pause right there. Sir, what's your final thought? It could be whatever impact you had, or there's something you want to say to the audience before we go.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what I tell everybody on my YouTube channel. link it with me because this is a wave you don't want to miss. I know everyone thinks it's strange that I'm a bartender and I make drinks, but my end goal is to like be building hospitals and schools and places that it's necessary.
Oh wow.
I'm in the process of starting a foundation because I would love to see that happen before I die. I would hate for that to be, okay, this money is allotted for now that I'm dead, sell these 3 bars and it's to build a hospital and a school.
Oh wow.
I would like to see it in my lifetime, but yeah, it's like I said, there's a lot of big dreams and goals built off bartending, but that have so much more to do than just getting somebody drunk.
Okay.
Right.
I will say, I always tell a story every time somebody kind of says about their pivot, right? And short version is we all know Jamie Foxx mostly is his acting in comedy. Apparently I'm hungry, excuse me.
I heard that shit, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, y'all just bought a bear, motherfucker?
But his main passion was always music and singing.
Right.
But
He tried.
chose to use the lane that he could, his other talent, to get his foot in the door to be able to do what he wanted to do. So it's not strange to me. I think that's dope.
Nah, that's facts. As soon as you owe me a bar, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker there. You talking about?
Yep. First one will definitely be in Delaware. I want to be worldwide, but first one will be in Delaware.
Right.
It's easier that way. That's where I live.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's better to start where you from and then go
Branch
everywhere.
out. Maybe featured on Unknown D with D. What was it?
What DE offers with
What DE offers with D. Sorry, my bad. Sir, your final thought.
My final thought: be real with yourself. Make sure you love everybody in your corner. Watch out for them porn categories. And
Big facts.
And stay true to who you are.
My final thought is I will underscore his watch out for those porn categories. Every curiosity does not need to be researched and looked into. Secondly, don't always be annoyed by people who want to come and talk to you because you might have helped somebody inadvertently and didn't know it. So just always give people grace.
I gotta work on that.
It's difficult, especially if you do what we do for a living. You know, you got people coming up to you with stupid shit all the time, but you never know how you could have altered
Somebody
positively somebody's path. So
That's a fact.
just keep that in mind.
That's a fact.
Jordan, thank you for coming through, man. I had a
No
good
problem.
time.
Definitely appreciate it.
If I wasn't afraid of having a hangover tomorrow, I would love that shit looked great and Darien
That-
finished it, so
Yeah,
it must have been
that-
good.
That shit was good. Motherfucker. that shit was good.
Just write your wife's number down in case I need to call her to come pick your ass up.
You got it.
I have the Facebook messenger.
Yeah.
I don't have your wife's number.
Yeah,
No,
nah,
let's
that's what I
start that
meant.
narrative.
You don't need that motherfucker.
Nope.
That's why you got Facebook.
One more time, where can people check you out?
YouTube, Jordan, Mr. Bartender Roush. Instagram, Mr.Bartenders friends underscore lounge. Facebook, Mr. Bartenders Friends Lounge. It's a page. It's not not like a person. It's a page that you can like. I don't really use Snapchat. I do have a TikTok.
You need a link tree.
I have a link tree. And I say I forget the TikTok name too. I'm gonna have to
He'll
I'm gonna
tell
have to
me
give it
after
to you.
the fact, yeah.
We're gonna have to put it down there. But yeah, check me out wherever. I'm at TGI Fridays, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, unless I have a gig that pays me more.
Okay. Check out his merch.
Yes, check out the merch. I have shirts. I mean, I really have anything that you need. I can do hoodies, shorts, beanies, fitteds. I have, I can do it all. I got cups, little cups, shot glasses on the way. I got bottle openers.
Oh shit. Okay.
I have a wooden barrel that you actually see in the YouTube videos. So yeah, I have a lot of things. So just let me know. Let me know what you want to see. Not just what I have, but what you want to see. Because as we learned, as long as my woman's okay with it and I don't hurt anybody, I'm pretty sure I'll do anything.
Right.
Okay.
That's a fact. Make sure you follow us on everything at Warm the Crib across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. On TikTok, we are Warm the Crib Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And go to WTCmerch.com and get some Warm the Crib merch. We appreciate all the love and support.
When the Darien shit coming up?
It's still taking.
I'm itching to buy one of them shits.
Yeah, it's just like keep saying like the graphic is fucking wrong on it. Like it's gonna be pixelated if it's a certain size. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
I gotta find it.
that fucking picture.
It's
But,
small.
Yeah, it's small. That's like a little corner.
Okay.
I was trying to have it like big.
Maybe that's a cool thing. Like
I guess,
I
yeah.
don't know. I know you like the fucking billboard shit on your shirts and shit. But some people like the fucking
The small shit.
yeah. Listen and watch, and then go back and watch and listen. I guarantee you missed something. You don't have to do that with episode 62. It's behind us, but it's fine. Sorry,
It's in the past.
It was
Don't
really
worry about it no
impactful for
more.
me.
We both learned about ourselves on that episode.
We
We
did.
learned that we could be boring as shit sometimes. So it's
It was boring, but I don't think anybody gave a fuck about the
yeah,
conversation.
they
other than
really
us.
didn't. They really didn't.
Blacklist is dope, by the way, and I'm glad you finished you.
Not yet. I got 2 more episodes.
2 more episodes. All right. Until next week, we'll see you guys again. Peace.